Talking about being inside, you went back inside, didn't you, Jules?
I did go back inside.
You went back inside
recently.
Yeah, because we were talking about. I remember we was having a convo a while back about, having people inside. In prison can be a negative place, but having those figures, those people, those people in there that give you that little bit of positivity, that help you and support you along your journey. Yeah, and we were talking. Why don't we spotlight them? Why don't we big them up? Showcase them. Because
they should be bigged up.
As they should be.
Because they're a massive part, not even like a little bit of positivity, a lot of positivity. And they are a massive part of our journey.
Facts.
But yeah, sorry.
And for many people out there too. So you went back to East Sutton Park, HMP East Sutton Park.
Yep.
Where you went to speak with Neil, who's the PEI.
Yeah.
Part of the gym staff.
Big up, Neil.
Yeah.
What a G.
What a G.
I did go back. It's been 4 years since I've been in there. And obviously I spent a year or so in there. So it was quite a big part of my journey. And I met Neil like on the first day or first week. So I spent a long time with him. And he was a massive part of my success and a massive part of my journey. So yeah, it felt quite... It was surreal, and to be back there, and very strange to be in that environment and back with him. But yeah, it was incredible. It was really good.
Sounds
and
it.
To meet the women as well that are there now.
All right, so let's hear a little clip from you going back in there.
Yeah. Okay. But also, I think it's massive, and a massive credit to you, and thank you so much for the way you deal with the women and the way you deal with prisoners. You treat them as human beings, you treat them as people.
Yes, yeah.
And that's so massive, because I felt so valued when I came in here, like a person. Right. And, we had coffee and breakfast and normal stuff. And I generally, when I was in this gym, I felt like I was normal.
Normal. Well, you are. All the ladies are. It's just, some people just made some mistakes in their life, Yeah.
But you did that. Yeah. That was
I'm just myself, and that's it, I put the uniform on, but I'm still myself. And if people are willing to learn, then it gets me excited, because that's what I want to do. I want to pass that knowledge on. And that's it. And it's even great to see the end product when you went, but even see it still going these years later, that you're still within that industry.
First of all, I got to say, he sounds like a really nice guy.
He
Proper
really is.
Good stuff. Yeah.
He really is.
And what comes to mind is, not to take away from this, that prison staff, especially the gym staff, are different to wing staff.
Yeah.
And they can really have a good impact on you, because a lot of people, for me, I like to be in the gym. So you have banter with the gym gubs, you can talk football, you can talk sports, you can talk personal training. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and what he said there about he puts on a uniform, but he's still him. Love that. So it shows that he, not just having an impact on you, he's probably had an impact on hundreds.
Yeah. I mean,
God knows how many.
And he
you know what I'm saying?
has, and he's worked in many different prisons, and we spoke about that to him, other people that he's helped, and, there's been loads, there really has. But, he did more than just help me with my PT. Like, he taught me how to train properly. That was like my first way of weightlifting,
You got good technique, so
thank you very much.
Big up yourself, Neil.
Yeah, and he taught me. I was studied. He taught me to get my level 3, but I was with him every single day. And like I said on there, I used to have coffee with him and breakfast and fruit and talk about so much, to help me.
What difference does it make to have someone treat you like that?
It's massive. Like, I wouldn't have had the experience I had. Like I said there, it made me feel like I was human. When I was in that gym, I didn't feel like I was in prison. And that is so massive on your mental health.
Facts.
And for your progression to be the PT that I wanted to be, and the person I wanted to be. It's life-changing. Yeah. He changed my life.
Nah, love that. Because in there sometimes you can lose yourself, or you can not feel human, or feel like you're not a part of the world. But when you're in the place where, like the gym or playing football or in education, doing something you're passionate or you love, especially with someone that's like nurturing that energy and nurturing that, it allows you to reconnect You know what I'm saying? And it makes a big difference. Like you said, it changed your life.
And I could have done that like any other way if he wasn't there. Like it could have gone. I just got lucky, didn't I? I got so lucky because, as we said, there's so many. Well, you mentioned that the PEI is just you can have banter with, and I think there are other officers around that do give you that support,
and other staff, education and whatever.
And obviously there isn't. There's staff that don't. So you could have such a different experience, and everyone will have such a different experience. But that's why I felt so passionate that I had to spotlight Neil, because he did change my life, and I will be forever grateful, and I'll always remember that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't wait for the next person to have that as well, for them to be so successful in the out.
How did it feel going back in there though? What was that feeling like?
Strange, and I did see other officers as well, which was quite nice, because they at the end I remember leaving, and one officer was like, "Oh my God, hey, you look well, like well done," and I was like, "Thanks," and like, so do you. And it was such a nice feeling, because when you're a prisoner and you're inside, you're automatically, well, this is the feeling I felt. I don't know if you did too, but you're automatically on like a lower pedestal. You, like naturally, you are the prisoner, they are the officer, they're in control.
There's a power dynamic in it. So
that's the word. So to be able to be on that same kind of level, showing this is me, and just not having that power dynamic felt really good.
Yeah. Plus you're like, I'm going home, see you later.
Well, yeah, but it's just being on that same level, I think, is a really good feeling.
Yeah.
But it felt so strange. It felt really weird, but it felt really good. And I was able to meet the women, some of the women. Me and Neil did a workout with them as well. They were super engaged. They really enjoyed it.
Did you get that on film? Oh, you can't in it.
Can't do that. But we did play it on National Prison Radio. So hopefully other people can get involved. And just to hear about the women's experience at East Sutton Park and how they're feeling and about their plans. Like, I think it's just, when you're inside, any kind of positivity is going to help.
Yeah.
And hopefully that gave them a little bit of fun and positivity.
I know you definitely brought a new renewed energy.
Anything new inside is like, oh,
what's happening? Something different, isn't it? Yeah.
It's exciting and it changes things up a little bit. So yeah, it felt amazing and incredible to see him again and to be there again, and to give back a little bit. But
I think we need to do this more often.
I'm looking forward to your next spotlight.
Yeah, that's going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know what it's going to be. But
it's going to be hard to top this one, though.
To be fair, I'm going to big Neil up again. It's hard to top Neil.
Yeah, it is. But no, he sounds sound. He sounds like a real sound guy.
I'm sure you're going to bring something.
Yeah. I'm modest. He didn't want to take no credit. I like that.
He doesn't really.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed talking about or spotlighting more than I thought.
Good.
Yeah, that's a great way to start the spotlighting stuff. So
good. Yeah, more to come, like we said.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Same.
So we've heard from us and our fresh starts, and we've heard from Claire, we've heard from Steve, but obviously we wanted to hear from all of you guys and hear what a new beginning meant to you. So here's what some of you said. First of all, freedom.
Freedom.
Can I just say, I love that word.
Freedom.
Freedom. Another one we had, being able to make better choices to change your life for the better.
I like that.
That's a fresh start, isn't it?
And it's methodical.
And implementing what you want to change your life.
Big up yourself.
I love that. Thank you very much.
Big up yourself. We also had a few more responses on social media. This person said, I am personally giving up alcohol in order to be the very best version of myself.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
great stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, man. Another person said, it's a cliche, but out with the old, in with the new.
Cool.
Bish, bash, bosh.
I was about to say, it's sweet.
Short and sweet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new. Big up yourself. So this last one that came in sounds like a real smart, talented man.
Don't tell me it's you.
Let's hear it first, yeah? Let's hear it first. This person said, setting new goals and targets.
I like that.
I like that.
A lot.
Yeah. That was actually me. So big up myself for that one, setting
Zach,
new goals and targets.
You chose to not do some of the others to put yours in. Fair enough. Nah, I'm not going to hate on that.
Listen.
But thank you to everyone who put in their new beginning, their fresh start.
Yeah.
Because it means a lot to hear what you guys have to say.
And what I got to say
and
too.
what Zach has to say as well. So thank you for sharing that.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so moving on. I wasn't expecting him to say that, but you guys can get in touch with us via Insta, X, or TikTok at After Prison Pod, or you can email us at podcast@prison.radio, or if you're in prison, then you can get in touch with us via National Prison Radio. We can't wait to hear what you guys have got to say.
Always love hearing what you got to say. Keep them coming for real. But coming up for us, we've got an episode of Getting Out that's got a really important topic, don't we, Jules?
Yes. It is a really important topic, and I think it's going to be quite important for a lot of people. But we have Debbie from Unlock. She's the head of advice at Unlock, and we're talking about the updates around spent and unspent convictions. Now, I mean, we both fall into the unspent category,
unfortunately,
and there is a rule around what happens with unspent convictions, but there are changes.
Okay,
so really important to listen out, especially if you have an unspent conviction, and the episode will be out next week via any platform that you listen to your podcast.
Yeah, check that out for real. I want to hear what's happening, because if there's something in there for me or people like us, then we should know about it. Yeah,
100%. Even me, I'm really interested in what the episode's all about.
I've got to say, we have to commend and big up Unlock for their work in making this new change come about. You know, they've been campaigning as well as many other organisations and people. They've been right there at the heart of things.
Yeah, 100%. Massive thank you.
Yeah. And if you want to find out any more information, you can check out Unlock, who will be in our show notes. So yeah, check them out.
So a massive thank you to everybody who is listening, and all the support and all the love that you guys are sharing. It means a lot to us. Next week's episode on disclosure is going to be the last episode of this series, but we'll be back in a couple weeks. So very short break, and we'll be back with the next podcast then.
Yeah, so thank you and take care. We'll see you then.